Natasha Fata has the details. So Natasha, what did the former parliamentary budget officer have to say?
Well, essentially, he said that this current Liberal government is in fact less transparent than the former Conservative government, particularly around the issues of economic planning and the deficits moving forward. Around this issue, when the government had said they were going to have a $10 billion deficit per year for 3 years. Now that looks closer to $20 billion per year, and that is a dramatic increase. And he says the finance minister, Morneau, missed a critical opportunity, Andrew, earlier this week when talking about this issue leading up to the budget being released next month, to talk to Canadians directly and describe why the budget is going to have such a higher degree of a deficit. And he said that they need to be more transparent because the goodwill is running out. So have a listen to a bit of that conversation with the House's host, Chris Hall. He's the first voice you'll hear, and then you'll hear Kevin Page interrupting him.
This is a more transparent exercise than we've seen from finance ministers over the years.
I don't think it is.
Oh, you don't?
No. Why? I think the documents are, they're not better, again, from a government that promised to be better, more transparent. I think if you compare just these background documents, both updates, there's no more information, perhaps even less information than we got from the previous government. I don't think we've seen the transparency yet.
Okay,
I
so
think
what would you have wanted to see then?
You open the show by saying, let's talk about a $40 billion fudge factor. That's not transparency.
Kevin Page goes on to say that if Morneau has another opportunity to address the Canadian public before the budget is released next month, he should seize that opportunity to be much more clear and transparent with them.
All right, now staying in Ottawa, CBC News has also learned that MPs will be getting a boost in the next budget. What can you tell us about that?
That's right. We learned that back on December 10th, there was a meeting of this board called the Board of Internal Economy. It's a governing body, a secretive governing body, that basically manages how much parliamentarians will get for their office budgets. And so they're describing this as an office budget increase, but most Canadians are reading it as a personal raise for their particular initiatives. So have a look at this. Each additional MP will get an increase, this is just the increase, of about $57,000 per year. They were already receiving about $288,000, if we can change the number. So that's what they were getting initially. Then they're going to get an additional $57,000. All of this in total is an additional $20 million that the taxpayers have to pick up, bringing the total cost for all of the MPs combined to $117 million per year. And that, again, is just for the members of Parliament, Andrew. That does not include the Speaker of the House, the leaders of the parties, the various caucus leaders, and the whips. All of them get an additional amount as well. So this coming at a time where the budget deficit is going to be higher than was initially planned, and the economy is taking a downturn.
All right. Thanks, Natasha.
You're welcome.